Bob out here on the job working on the T-28B, getting her apart. We got the left outboard wing off. The wing's basically held on with 3 bolts. You take the 2 out of the bottom, 1 out of the top, disconnect your cannon plugs, and there's a pin that slides in here. These fittings are in the outer fuel tank. Got to get in there and take the hardware out of the fuel tank so these flanges break loose. There's a pin that slides in on the rear. You disconnect your aileron with a long bolt here that goes through the aileron, and then here's your aileron trim. Take that loose and the whole wing comes off. Outboard wing. We stuck a engine mount on it. So when the front 2 bolts are installed, here's how far off the nose gear box is from. This should slip right in this receptacle. So that's how much the front of the airplane here in front of the firewall is tweaked out of place. There you can see the bolt, and it needs to be in there. So with a good straight mount here, I can sandblast this one and paint it. It's a serviceable mount. He shouldn't have left it out in the weather, but anyhow, I'll use this mount to help jig where this part of the gearbox has to be when we put the airplane back together. I've also got a straight fuselage I'm going to build a actual fixture off of and then build this one in that fixture, but the engine mount will help locate that lower hole where it needs to be. Also, the fixture I build will have this trunnion for the nose gear, a shaft going through both sides, but the mount will help double check all the measurements. So most of this is really reusable. There are extrusions that go back through the firewall and back toward the cockpit, and those are bent. So some of this is actually salvageable. It's got some wrinkles here, and that top piece is wrinkled, but that's just sheet metal. But a lot of this will end up being reused. But I've got a good one I'll take apart after I build the fixture and duplicate all the parts. And then the firewall this is pushed back probably a 1/2 inch right in this area. You can see this wrinkle on that channel where it's sucked back in there. This is where there's a fitting inside of here, and that's where you jack the nose of the airplane. You put a jack point up in here, so that's all tweaked back. But we're sitting on the tail on a barrel anyhow, since the engine and props off. That's about 1,800 pounds off, so we'll have to actually raise the tail as we jack the wings up so we can swing the landing gear up and locked. Then we'll drop the plane down, get the wing out, and put the fuselage on a trailer. So I'll apologize for the quality of the sound on a lot of these videos when it's windy out here. I just got an iPhone 12 and I'm not editing anything, so you get what you get. Anyhow, catch you later. Bye.